Across the country today, the 538 electors who make up the Electoral College meet to cast their ballot for president. It's not a process always well understood by most. Maya Rodriguez spoke to two of the electors voting today.
After millions upon millions of Americans cast their ballots on Election Day, the final vote for president that really counts comes down to 538 people who make up the Electoral College. MARLA Blunt Carter is one of them.
That thought of our ancestor who couldn't even write his name, signing his voter registration card at a time where really their vote didn't count, to being someone that is now voting in this electoral process, it's indescribable.
Blunt Carter is one of the three electors from Delaware. All three are Democrats because President-elect Joe Biden won his home state.
To be one of three that represents the Delaware voter that calls him their own is just huge. And then you look at the fact that the vice president-elect is a woman of color. That is doubly amazing for me.
While she was selected by Delaware Democratic Party officials to be an elector, in other states, you have to run for the privilege.
So in our long history as a country, there have been very few people that have actually served in this role.
In North Carolina, Jonathan Fletcher ran at the Republican State Convention. He'll cast his vote for President Trump, who carried the state.
It's kind of a lifelong dream. I joke that it's a short lifelong dream because I'm only 28, but it is a lifelong dream of mine.
But the Electoral College and the popular vote don't always match up. It's happened 5 times in the country's history, twice in the 21st century, in 2000 and 2016. Some say that's unfair and are calling for the Electoral College to be abolished. So how do these electors feel about it?
States like North Carolina, who are kind of middle of the pack in the electoral shuffle, it gives us a more equal standing with the rest of the country.
I understand that people think that it is far past the time where we start to look at doing this differently. But that's not the job of the elector. That's the job of the legislators.
But for now, it's the system in place when it comes to choosing who gets to call the People's House home. In Washington, I'm Maya Rodriguez.